Hello everyone, Giltar here in a follow-up video to my last video demonstrating the removal of capped metal pins. Now, in an oversight, while I did show you how to remove the pin, I didn't show you how to put it back after you've completed your customization work. Now, we are going to be going through essentially the maneuver but in reverse. It uses the same sort of approach in that you're going to use a soldering iron to heat up the pin so that it heats up the surrounding plastic without actually directly touching it with the heating element, in this case the soldering iron. And essentially, once it gets to the point where the plastic is warm enough to be malleable, you will be able to reinsert the pin. Now, just like before, because this procedure involves a soldering iron, if you don't have any training or experience using a soldering iron, please get some assistance, at least somebody out to come by and help you out if anything does go wrong. I know it's not a very big deal for some people, but I know there's a lot of younger kids, teenagers who are getting into Transformers and toy customization in general, and those kids may not have soldering iron experience, and it is quite a potential hazard, a fire hazard at the very least. Now, what we need for this procedure of putting the pin back into the joint will be pretty much similar to before, where you'll need a soldering iron. Instead of using a magnet to remove the pin, what we're going to use to replace the pin and put it back is something simple like a flathead screwdriver. And I'm basically going to use the head of the screwdriver to gently press the pin back in once the plastic is warm enough. Now, before I even get into demonstrating it, I'm just going to basically describe what's going to happen. You're going to put the heating element of the soldering iron on top of the flat part of the capped metal pin, and it should only take maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute before you start feeling the pin itself give, or rather the plastic around the pin give, and you'll feel that the pin itself will start to move downward or back into the insertion area. And at that point, what you can do is simply use the screwdriver or whatever implement you're using to press down the pin and just gently return it to spot. So what I'm going to do right now is get into showing you guys, and we'll take it from there. So in this case, it's a little easier. I can put the heating element right on the flat part of the pin, and I'm not really exerting a lot of pressure, but I'm even feeling right now that the pin has some give. So I'm going to give it another few seconds. And once it starts going down like that, it might be hard to see, I'm going to use the screwdriver and press it the rest of the way. In this case, it still has a little more to go, so I'm going to heat this up again just a little bit, being careful not to use too much pressure, just in case if I slip, I don't want to burn myself or damage the toy. There we go. And it's back down. And you want to make sure you don't press it too hard so that it actually goes into full contact, the capped pin, onto the plastic, so it might cause damage. But at this point, it's pretty much, once again, flush with the rim of the hubcap. And as you can see, it works just like new. It's a free spinning wheel. Capped pin should be secure. Make sure you give it a minute or two or a little more for the plastic to cool down and fully set and stabilize. But that's pretty much it. So again, this is the demonstration on how to return the capped pin once you've completed your custom work. Just as easy as removing it. Actually, it's probably even a little easier. So I do apologize for my previous oversight. As always, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. See you at the next video.